Warpugs. So, I have a hate-hate relationship with League, meaning I hate to play it, but I hate that I'm addicted to it. I hate myself for playing it. I hate everybody that plays it, including everyone, including Valk, who told me to watch this video. You play League, that's enough. Warpugs.
Oh.
I am
angered.
Shut up. Why? I am so, like, this is the most abusive relationship with a game I've ever had. And Valk sent me something. Huh?
I said I'm part of the For Fun squad. Like, I want to play, like, funny bot lane combos.
I am part of the Sweat Squad. And I'm also part of the Salt Squad, which, you know, Great Salt Lake has nothing on me when I'm playing ranked in promotions.
There
guys,
was, like, a thing I said last time about you being super salty.
Go ahead. What was it?
You get so salty in League that whenever you go into a haunted forest, you purify, like, the area around you.
Warpugs, Papa Meat has put out something called the most toxic video game. And it's not a joke, you guys. It's not a joke. It's actually kind of sad. We're going to check this out. All of Papa Mate's links are going to be in the description down below, so please go check him out. Subscribe if you haven't already to him and me. Leave a comment down below telling me who your main is and why I should despise you.
Set support.
Stop it. Just stop it. This hurts my heart so much. Let's get into it. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea. When me and her are playing in... When I play ranked, I play serious, but when I get to play with Valk in, like, Norms or ARAM, we are the...
Masses.
It is
Venn diagram.
It is literally the Senate Squad. We have played... Like, we played the OD... Like, one of the funniest comps that we played was the ODST comp, which was Galio and Pantheon. And we would play in bottom lane, and then as soon as we hit 6, we're roaming, and we're literally dropping in on everyone. For no reason other than to be tool bags. And yes, we lost the game, but we had more fun, so who's really winning now, huh? And then I promptly play ranked and lose about another half-inch off my hairline.
You should do the For Fun squad. League is more enjoyable that way. Trust me.
No, I must sweat. Anyhow, the most toxic video game. Let's go. Oh, it restarted. Oh, the little animals. Oh, look, Mariah Carey.
Oh my god!
This is accurate. Accurate.
I'm gonna kill them all, man.
Shut up. My god.
It sucks!
Tyler.
Tyler.
Get addicted, so I can't quit! Man, it doesn't matter if she's 15. I like young girls. I like them 15, 14, 16. I like them real young. All the girls in 20s, I'm cool with them, girl.
No.
Oh my god, you subhuman! You drink! No one cares about burying you cans of pigs!
Yeah, dumpster fire.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about one of the worst games to ever grace this planet.
Yes, it is.
That's what people say.
Literally, if you don't play League, this is from somebody. This is from somebody who actively plays League on a daily basis. If you do not currently play League, do not download it. Don't play this game.
Dude, I still play it. We're talking about League of Legends.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of League, I mean, I don't know what kind of rock you've been under, but it's one of the biggest games on the planet. Still, League is, I would say, among online games, I think is regarded as the worst, like, most toxic, worst game. Every time I've ever streamed League on Twitch, people always come in, they're always like,
why are you playing this? Why? Oh, he plays League? Ew.
And they're playing, like, Genshin Impact or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to come up
Are you kidding me? League is a bad game. To really know why it's a bad game or why it's one of the most toxic games, you first have to understand the game. One of the reasons it's one of the most toxic and one of the worst games of all time is because it's a team-based game.
Yes.
And everyone has a role in this game. It goes top, middle, bottom, and jungle, ADC and support. In the game, you have an objective where you have to protect your lane. You have to push the lane, inevitably getting to a base that you explode. Not a terrorist act, just that's the objective of the game.
Yep.
But if you start losing your lane, people like to do a thing called griefing, raging, right? All kinds of things that are a result of never taking full accountability for themselves and blaming other people. Once again, that's just the online way.
Yep.
And the problem too with League is that the games typically take 35 to 45 minutes.
Yes.
I've been in a League game that was an hour and 10 minutes long. That was called hell. That was called pack it up. It's kind of, you know, that's the end of your night kind of game. And especially cute little anime characters running around saying one-liners.
Another day, another sleigh.
You'd want to ride the sewer slide. Huh? Harry, I did it. I put it into one.
Why?
Thank you. But here rage is born. Pettiness, profanity, and violence can finally take shape.
It was at this time that I called this Malphite a fucking worthless, brain-dead scum bastard pile of trash, mental face that should be gunned down in the street like the degenerate he is.
It's funny because League has got...
Oh my god, League is so funny when it's like that too.
It's not funny.
It's so great.
It's not funny. It's always funnier when it's happening to somebody else.
I've
And
been
so
called,
bad,
like, the
they
worst
basically give
things.
you honor bonuses for not being mean to other people, such as their emblem "Stay Cool," which was tilt-proof and chill. Great shot calling, leadership and strategy, and a nice GG because you were a friend.
Thank you for not throwing yourself into the enemy team while I was on sideline. Was I not the other day screaming at the top of my lungs about a set player that literally after I said, do not engage like 20 times, was the first thing he does run headlong into 4 people? Thank you. You bastard.
Friendly player to play with. There's no, that just pisses me off.
Well, some people use it to like passive aggressively say you were the worst on the team.
Oh yeah.
Yup.
Just like any competitive online video game. Once someone starts having a bad experience, they start raging. And League players are some of the worst at that.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot. I was going to list off some more people, but a lot of them are just pedophiles. That's just, I was going to say, well, it's more of a pedophile.
God.
We'll get into it later, but there are a plethora of compilations of people raging on stream, and all of them are very funny. Here's a little montage right now.
Whatever you want, my guy.
Yep.
What is going on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just get cancer and die from it. That's all I wish for these.
Oh god.
Patients in game, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we know he didn't say?
Okay, seriously, the duplex cat. What are you doing? The duplex Shin rant was the best one in recorded history. When Duplex started screaming at the top of his lungs about how much his Shin was an idiot, and they literally lost a base race by 1 hit to the Nexus. I still watch that when I want to be comforted that I'm not the biggest rager in League.
Say racial slurs.
We don't.
How do we know that we didn't broadcast racial slurs? Can we have someone translate what he said? Wait! We want to thank today's sponsor, Bad Dragon.
You might want to skip this.
If you've been...
I definitely want to skip this.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to skip this. I am not promoting this heresy. No.
Yeah. Skip it.
Oh no, that's the first ad that I've been like, nope, I ain't putting this on my. I am, despite my language, despite my language and my stupidity, there are some levels of heresy I'm not ready to subject myself to. I'm not.
One of them is League, though.
Yeah.
Tell them we sent you. Tell them we love you. Thank you, Bad Dragon, for sponsoring the channel. Back to the video. I don't know if I want to include this, but if you went back and looked at my search history of things I've said during League, yeah, it probably wouldn't be good. I don't even think we don't need to include that in the video. I just that game does something to you. It does.
Yeah,
it turns
really
your
does.
brain to soup. It makes it. You do that thing where you have to grip every part of your body. You're refraining from reverting back into your ape-like status, devolving back to ape. And if you don't know what.
Seriously,
Yep.
Playing ADC in League would be enough to make Mother Teresa swear, okay? Like,
Griefing
no
is,
doubt.
it's deliberately and intentionally irritating, harassing, annoying, or trolling other players within the game, aka FUN. Fun. That's what it is. That's like probably the only fun part of League. But what are some toxic things you can do in the game? I feel like I'm giving people a guide on like how to like make a bomb kind of thing.
Yes.
That leads us into our 5 stages of griefing. Stage
Okay.
1, denial, aka flaming. This is the easiest stage. Most people get here at least once every game where you verbally attack another player in the game.
Right.
You're gonna do it. If you play the game, you're gonna verbally assault someone else. It's like meat and potatoes. It's that simple. You know what I mean?
I do this.
Yep.
I do this on like, but I have my reasons. Okay, like I don't really snap bad on anybody unless they really did something stupid to deserve it. And when my support has 20 deaths at 20 minutes, 1, I want to figure out how that happened, and 2, I'm going to lose my mind.
And this could be a teammate or an opponent with the statement centering around they got lucky, how players suck, they're slow, low map awareness. Right, guys? Now the guys
Zero
who get
map
pussy are
awareness.
Like, oh, okay, I know exactly what's happening. I could be completely misremembering this in my mind, so don't hold it against me. But I could have swore one time in a League game, and I told a kid, I was like, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck. And that is the exact same, that's the exact same thing Wings of Redemption said that people got mad at him about.
Yeah, whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
What? It was the heat of the battle. It was the heat of the battle, which led me into stage 2. Anger.
Yeah, I exist here. This is where I exist.
Typically, anger equals pings. The most petty thing you can do is spam pings in game.
They're giving me the rope emoji. That's the rope emoji. They're all telling me to kill myself. Hey!
It's just a little arrow, and it goes anywhere on the map, and it does a sound that sounds like this. Now imagine having this happen every time, and then someone's just like, hey, by the way, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck. Ping, ping, ping. Hey, by the way, no one fucking loves you, you suck. Specifically, the question mark ping.
Yes.
Obviously the most tilting.
Yup.
Like if I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to get stuff done, and the mid laner shows up in my lane and they didn't ping that their mid laner was gone, I'm like, here, let me help you, and I just slam their entire mid lane full of pings. Like, this is what you do. You let us know that your laner is gone MIA. Like, I'm too busy getting 3v2 down here because the jungler's sitting there trying to dive us under a tower. Oh, and look, now here comes their mid laner to dive us under a tower. Thank you for letting us know that he was on the way.
As you're continuously asking someone,
I'm raging out just watching this, based off past experiences.
Do that. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Very philosophical. Pings are a great example that anything can be used for violence. They're supposed to be used to alert your teammates about potential danger or to coordinate movement. But instead, whenever a teammate makes a mistake, you can continuously ping them over and over again.
Oh, she's having coming back bot now. I pissed her off. Great, bro. I fucking with a couple pings, I made her perma roam, but.
This is called psychological warfare. How do we know this is not what they did at Guantanamo Bay? You have some poor son of a bitch being waterboarded and they're using the League of Legends question.
Yeah.
These are all things that pings allow you to do.
That's
Thank
dark.
You make it so easy to psychologically destroy your opponent.
That's dark. Bargaining. Oh, God.
Which leads us into bargaining, which the next step involves players trying to punish members of their own team, which seems like the last 2 steps, but this gets a little more chaotic. Usually, they have been beefing in chat with one another, like I said before. Nice little chat that looks something like this, throwing some pings, throwing like a, I don't know, like Linkin Park soundtrack or something that you're probably listening to while you're playing. When all hope seems lost and someone is at their complete wits end, they do a nice Chris Benoit, right? They ride the sewer slide.
Oh my God, that reference. Oh.
I don't get it.
Oh. Okay, you don't know who Chris Benoit was.
I don't know.
Chris Benoit was a professional wrestler. He was in WWE, which back when WWE was WWF, and one day everybody found out that him and his entire family was dead, right? And everybody was shocked, and they canceled the Monday night event and just did a tribute to Chris Benoit. And then all of a sudden, everybody found out what actually happened. He killed them and killed himself.
God.
He killed him and killed himself. So if you ever hear somebody say, you know, you're gonna Chris Benoit, that's dark. Like, I have never seen, like, I watched WWF when, you know, Owen Hart died, and they kept the show going. You know, we found out Owen Hart was dead, and they kept the show going. I have never seen them just completely and totally, nope, we're not even acknowledging this guy's existence anymore, screw him. And I was like, whew, boy, yeah, no, just, that is a harsh reference.
Person runs into enemy towers and intentionally sewer slides themselves. I'm tired of the unalive. That was a good one. Sewer slide. Copyright Harry. By doing this, by riding the sewer slide, you are trying to speed up the game and give the team an advantage so the game can be done without having to leave the game. Because Riot also does a funny thing where if you leave the game, you're punished. Let's say everyone is calling you racial slurs the whole time. That's happened. It's happened to me many times. I'm a white man. I've been called many racial slurs, and it affected me emotionally.
Oh my God.
Vanilla Vulture, Bleach Demon. Wow.
Jeez Louise, people are cool.
Lint. I never heard of Lint Leech ever. But some of these are pretty inventive, I gotta say.
10 out of 10 creativity.
If I wanted to leave the game because I felt harassed, Riot would be like, by the way, here's a fucking penalty for leaving your game, dude. This is the bargaining stage because sometimes the person just wants the other players to apologize and admit they're wrong. Yeah, fucking right, dude.
Depression. This is me a loser cue.
Then the next stage is depression. Rage quitting. A person exits the game and doesn't come back. This is one of the ones where your teeth grit together, you slam your fist, you're kind of talking to yourself.
So trash. I'm so you're washed up, you motherfucker. You short little head bastard. Get out of my head. You don't tell me what to do. I'm a good player. I'm a good player.
You do that thing where you're young, but you're gritting your teeth.
Oh my God, Tyler.
It just stays with you all day. As soon as you rage quit from a game, that shit stays with you indefinitely. I'd say deep-rooted scars that last with you for years. Jacob doesn't even play the game anymore.
Can't stand it.
Yep. You remember when I quit League for like 6 months?
Yep.
Yeah, I was at that stage. I was just like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. I just can't. I have gone from gold 1 to bronze 4. I want to die. Because I can't get out of loser queue. It's like every single time I loaded up, I went into that season and I was like, I was doing so well. I had my three champions I was working with, stuff like that. I went into gold with a 60% win rate on Jin. I ended the season with a 40% win rate on Jin because quite literally every single time, like that's why I started saying that was when I had the whole I'm a tank in season 12 thing going on.
I'm a tank in season 12.
Well, it was assassins in season 11, okay? Because it was quite literally every single game that I got into on Jin.
Thompson, Talon.
No, it wasn't Evelyn. It was the mid laner. Like, my mid laner would treat their opponent like they were starving kids in Africa and legitimately feed them 7 kills before 15 minutes was up. And then everything's going great in my lane. I'm winning the hell out of my lane. And then a 6-0 Katarina comes down and kills me before I can even hit flash. or Zed just comes down, looks at me, presses his R button, I instantly die. That was the story of Season 11 for me. Oh my God. I wanted to die. I was just like, my God, why is this happening to me? It was every match too. If they could bring up my match records from that year,
this is acceptance that Tilt has consumed them, that they are getting dumpstered, and they do not want to play the game anymore. They've fully broken. They have gone. They're probably going to ride the sewer slide themselves. They are going to question all of their beliefs in the game, or maybe they might even uninstall the game. After rage quitting, possibly while still in the game, the person might destroy their keyboard, their mouse, knock things off their desk,
never done that.
things, or even punch holes in walls.
Oh my God, I just broke my glasses.
Shout out my friend Lucas back in the day.
Creeps. It is seriously embarrassing watching you miss creeps when there isn't
Lucas is poor.
I've never snapped out this bad.
It doesn't help too. The stream abs like.
I have never literally snapped out that bad. Thank God.
The donation.
I've come close.
Shout out that you're a terrible player. But then it leads us into our next chapter of this video, which is asking Riot a simple question: can Riot be blamed for their own creation? Can Riot be held to the standards as if they're the gods amongst their own world? And can you blame God from the start?
There are so many millions of there is no way that they can keep on screwing up. Like, look, there's just no way. Look, if you sit there and you took people and arrange them in the format that Riot claims to have everybody arranged in, which is by tier and, you know, in the ranking systems. So if I'm bronze 4, if I'm bronze 4, if I'm silver 4, if I'm gold 4, I should not play anyone that is not at that same level. I shouldn't play anyone that's not at that same level. And judge based off your win percentages when you move up or down. That's how LP should work. So I would really love for Riot to explain how, because anybody that says loser queue doesn't exist, I just look at them and I'm like, really, bro?
Even Tyler one says loser queue exists.
Like, look, you go on, and you know, it's a thing. You go on win streaks, you go on lose streaks, you know. You have that happen. I've had 5-game winning streaks. I've had 5-game losing streaks. That's not a problem. But when you're sitting there, like that one time I won 13 games in a row, and I just sat there and I said, loser's queue is about to backslap me into the Stone Age. I went from silver 2 all the way down to bronze 4, and I stayed there. And I told you, I'm going to be in iron before this is over. I'm going to be in iron before this is over. Because every game that I played, every single game that I played, my top or mid laner would feed insanely. My jungler would get just deuced out completely. Or just usually a combination of those. Like, I would have games where my team was 0-15, barely 10 minutes into the game, and I'm just sitting there like, just shoot me, and because you know how it's going to end, and that's where you get the people that are going to run it down. That's where you get people that are going to rage quit, the people that think typing is better than playing the game, so they'll just stand underneath the tower and just give you a dissertation on why you're an asshole. I always seem to get those when I'm in that, like, I never get them just like close. I love close games. I love that kind of stuff. I don't like blowouts because, but at the same time, my God, I know what's coming.
The game has been plagued with toxicity. When the league was first released, one of the devs named Pendragon tried to kill its competitor known as Dota.
Dota.
That's Nick's game. The guy who eats those chicken sandwiches. Put a video of the chicken sandwich thing. That's a Dota player. Which Pendragon ran the biggest Dota community website and deleted the entire thing to showcase an ad for League of Legends in its place.
Nice.
Then, when Dota 2 was in beta, Pendragon tried to get Blizzard to copyright claim Dota 2. Riot Games also has had a history of toxicity in their workplace.
Really?
In 2018, Riot Games suspended their CEO, Scott Gelb, for 2 months without pay after reports of sexual misconduct and a pending lawsuit.
Nice.
Move over to Blizzard. Gelb was accused of touching employees' genitals and farting in their faces.
What the fuck?
You can see that new.
What?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Champion we just made. Let me touch your cock. They lost a lawsuit regarding bro culture. Despite the allegations and proven discrimination, Gelb remained employed with them until 2023. During the same year, another lawsuit was launched against Riot Games for a long history of sexism, which is unfortunately rampant in the video game industry. I don't, dude, get the chicks out of here. Is what I say, dude. Hey,
get out,
women,
Valk.
Don't be playing video games, dude. This is for the boys.
Okay.
Please cut that. Please cut that. Please cut that.
Wait,
Valorant Studio was
girls don't exist on the internet, remember? That was the biggest rule.
My God.
Pay $104 million to 1,549 female employees working for Riot between 2014 and 2021. In response to unequal hiring practices, they begrudgingly decided to generously hire 20% female leadership. Fine. God, ruin all the games. They don't even want to grab cocks and fart in each other's faces, so I guess, okay, well, I'm finding a new job. Many employees who were mentioned by name in the lawsuit for engaging in sexist and discriminatory behavior were never suspended or punished in any meaningful way. They still continued to work at the company after the lawsuit was lost. Which that leads us into toxic player base. It appears the best players in the game are toxic. Because you know what? If you're good at something, you want to fucking let people know that you're good at it and that they're bad at it. And in 2012, Moscow 5 professional team won the tournament, and then they had to apologize for their toxic remarks in game. That's bullshit. For a tournament, that feels weird.
In game?
Looks like a beheading video.
This does look like an ISIS beheading video. Also, all the shadows on the wall. Oh my god. It's like a guy with like a fucking machete just like coming around the corner. And then suspiciously, the owner of the Moscow 5 was taken down for credit card fraud, and the team was rebranded as Gambit Games and based in the UK. Even though people couldn't figure out where the new funding came from. The biggest toxic player of all time and then now reformed is Tyler 1. He lives here in Missouri.
Yes.
He got banned at one point, I remember.
Oh, he got banned for years.
Yup, and then he came back.
He's like, the Tyler 1 story is one of, like, legitimate, this guy was just so addicted to the league, it wasn't even funny.
He was infamous for aggressive and toxic behavior in game, and there are many clips of him insulting teammates, intentionally, feeding. That was the big thing. He just run it down mid, and he's short and buff, and he has a bald ass head. Hell yeah. He had over 20 accounts banned by Riot until 2016, when an indefinite ban was issued, where any and all accounts associated with him would be banned. But the ban was lifted in 2018, allowing him to play LoL publicly once more. Good for you, Tyler. Or you have L9, the 4 horsemen of the toxic apocalypse.
Oh no,
it was formed by
Apocalypse.
I don't know who this is.
Oh god, it's Apocalypse. No.
What's Apocalypse?
He is the most toxic racist dude. His Discord got banned.
Oh boy.
Because
IRL.
it was that bad.
Apocalypse, self-made, and obsessed. There is really nothing more cringy than like online gamer tag like names, you know what I mean? During season 5 and at the beginning of season 6, L9 really helped popularize the toxic landscape of League. They created the club with the sole purpose to grief players online, knowing it would gain popularity. And this community of high elo players would stream snipe people in game, harass players they viewed under them, and place people on the int list. Rat IRL, Obsessed, and Self-Made all left the L9 toxicity, but not the aptly named Apocalypse. He started his own server, and illegal and illicit imagery was posted there, so frequently Discord sent a manual message to them to curb their bad behavior. Finally, after enough cases were linked to the server, Discord shut it down. XJ9, who's also known as the most hated LoL player ever, rose in infamy for explicit death threats and abusive behavior, both in and out of game, leaked his girlfriend's nudes because she picked Lee Sin.
Wait, what?
Yup.
Oh.
Yup. Welcome to League.
She picked Lee Sin, so he leaked her nudes to the internet.
Yeah, because apparently it was like she was throwing.
Oh my god.
Or I just put your pussy in your asshole out online, so good fucking pick, babe. One of the rare few recipients of the ID ban, a deeper ban that prohibits them from creating, accessing, or using any account on Riot Games platforms. Got banned from forums for spamming his stream links and engaged in cheating tactics called elo boosting. Or you have Cookie Lol. He's an ADC player and a league trainer. And a 90-page document released against him claiming grooming and sexual misconduct against minors, allegedly as low as 13 years old. But yeah, pretty base, so you definitely have a fantasy about set flash ulting your pussy and slamming you into the wall. And it has a Giga Chat emoji.
What the hell?
Cookie Lol! Cookie Lol! Come on! This document prompted Cookie Lol to go to Twitch to address the allegations. Later, Cookie Lol posted a document responding to everything. He admitted to sexual misconduct with a minor. He brings up flirting and messaging this girl who was about to turn 16 when he was 20.
You are not allowed to play Jen.
And this was in 2020. He talks about being Swedish and the age of consent there is 15. He even mentioned he might someone and he would never do it again.
So, no. What the fuck is wrong with people? Oh my god.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think I want to know.
And when the internet became outraged at his response, he promised to discuss everything on a live stream. On the stream, it was clear that people were watching a pre-recorded video that lasted.
This dude has the expression of a wax figure.
Oh, that's funny.
It was scammy. The stream was monetized, so people had to give subs in order to comment and publicly criticize him. And then we have probably one of my favorite ones here. I don't know why this one gets me pretty good. Toxicity by role/champion, which we have first off the Jax players memes. I don't know why this is a thing.
No,
but this is one of my
it's
favorite
true.
memes of this.
It's true.
I know, but it's so no.
It used to be this way. It used to be this way, okay? It used to be this way. Jax players kind of went away, like the Jax, the elitist Jax, they all went away at about season 11. I'm not sure why that happened, but from seasons like 5 to 11, they were just horrific to deal with.
Jax
mates. I am against pedophilia. Pedophilia is bad. Top laners, specifically Jax players, are known to be files. I don't know why this is a thing in LoL culture, but it just seems to be the case. This comes from Steven's Jax, who at one point was the best Jax top player in the game. Steven Jax. It looks like Little Xan. Like if Little Xan did steroids.
Who the fuck is that? Never mind. I don't want to know.
He's constantly used homophobic, racist, and graphic language in game, and even made death threats, which resulted in bans. Then you have King, the #1 Jax player in Brazil, who was arrested for having CP on his computer. My God.
Não foi isso que os vídeos da investigação mostram, né? Pedofilia, zoofilia, automutilação.
Mas eu não tenho nada a ver com isso.
Depending on who you play, you might be considered a file.
Don't be fooled by her childish appearance. Zoe is an ancient being, a cosmic messenger of Targon.
You might be considered a racist. Because you played this champion, you might be considered extremely toxic or an evil person. Who you pick in the game defines a lot about who you are. It's like a zodiac sign. But then,
so I play Jen, so I'm a psychopath. That tracks.
And I play Set because I just have a monkey for a brain.
We get into the deaths. Sometimes the toxicity doesn't end with the game, and some people have taken their in-game beef outside and committed horrible acts.
Oh my God.
Shinrong, who was the... That feels racist, I don't know why. Who was the gaming cafe IP farmer. Shinrong, a desperate LoL player, logged into his account and achieved 23 hours straight of gaming at a gaming cafe. He did not drink or eat during this time. Lack of sleep, food, and sustenance caused him to have a heart attack. Since it was common to see other people sleeping at a 24/7 gaming cafe, nobody noticed his death for 9 hours.
Wow.
Lucci lived at a technical school and played League of Legends. Lost 3 games in a row and in a fit of rage, murdered his own roommate with a knife.
Why?
Kind of quirky. Yeah, imagine game 2, like you're like sitting in the bed laying next to him. How are the games going? He's just like... Gustavo lost a game and in his group had a rule that the person who cost them the loss had to choke themselves on webcam until they lost consciousness by hand or object. He tied his neck to a boxing bag and ended up hanging himself.
Bro, look.
Okay,
I'm obsessed with League, but it's not that damn serious.
That's just, oh my god, people are so...
I'm obsessed with League, but it's not that serious, okay?
And then you move into death threats. Faker, who's probably like one of the probably the most popular, well-known League of Legends player ever, had received numerous death threats from other League of Legends players with enough credibility that his team has hired extra security and taken measures at public tournaments to make sure that no one actually fucking kills him. How crazy is that? All because he's good at the game. And you know, League of Legends, I'm gonna say it, I'll still play it in the future. I'm too hooked. Maybe I don't play it every day. Maybe I'll take years off of it, but something always calls me back. And I remember sitting on YouTube back in like the 2016 era when League clips and, you know, live stream fails and all that kind of stuff was at its peak. I remember enjoying all that content, and it's just insane to see where League is at now, and especially how back then, how much it just changes in a few years. It's unbelievable. Through all the fake rage baiting and all kinds of other clips of people trying to do stuff online, League of Legends, I do think truly is the most diabolically evil game out there. The weird juxtaposition of weird, tiny, cute anime characters and sweaty.
No, like literally you cannot convince me this was not Belle Delphine. You can't convince me this isn't Belle Delphine. There is no...
It's a lawsuit.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. There is no possibility at all you can convince me that this wasn't modeled after Belle Delphine. I'm just saying.
There was a lawsuit for Seraphine, too.
I don't doubt it.
And the chick, it wasn't Belle Delphine, but it was a different chick who thought, oh yeah, she took my likeness and everything. There was another lawsuit where one of the Lucian skins, which was like a football one, looked like one of the football players, and they actually won that case.
Not surprised.
Game is something that I think will truly be studied in the future at some point. So if you do want to get into League, don't! And if you are playing League right now, Godspeed, my friend. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
You're not gonna fucking wave back and just leave. I've had a fucking enough. Wave back.
Tyler, you know Tyler 1 has a kid.
I know.
It looks like him too. It's so funny.
Look, every baby looks like Tyler 1 because Tyler 1's about the same height as 1.
Did you see all like the memes of Tyler 1 where he's like looking up at this tall chick?
No, yeah, I have. Oh my god. But congratulations to Tyler 1. He's done a lot of stuff. He really does do a lot.
He does. He turned around too.
Yeah, Warpugs, there is so much wrong with Riot that every single player of the game knows. Number one, their matchmaking system is completely busted. Like, there have been so many times I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm in Silver 2, why am I playing somebody in Platinum? Why is my lane opponent in Platinum?
You could be going up against Flex players, who knows?
I doubt. Press X to doubt. But there's so many instances in that game where you're just sitting there trying, like, not to lose your mind because you're just like, especially when you get into Loser's Queue. And no, you can't convince me that it doesn't exist. I have been in it too many times. It's like, oh, look, I have a series of good games, and then all of a sudden I have a couple, like, I genuinely fear going on a win streak more than 5 games. I genuinely fear it because, it gets so painful. It gets so painful.
Do you want to play some shenanigans?
No. Warpugs, I will catch you guys next time. Valk has joined me for this little slice of pain that we must endure.
It is accurate though on the League experience. It's great.
Playing League seriously feels like what getting hit by a car at 35 miles an hour feels like. It just wounds you.
Or the other part is like it's like drinking battery acid.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's the most abusive relationship I've ever had with a game because they know, oh god, playing in ranked. I was fine playing League until I started playing in ranked, and then all of a sudden, that's when everything changed. Because then you realize, like, when you play ranked for long enough, you start realizing some things about that game. Like, number one, okay, there's how many millions of people playing this game right now? Tell me exactly how I'm in a game, and I'm like, my sup is Iron 4, and my lane opponents are just like, what is this? I'm in my promos for gold. Why is my sup Iron 4?
Hey.
And then you realize, oh god, they just fed the enemy Z8 kills.
You know, at the end of this video, you know how when you do your little what is it, Patreon thing?
No.
You should just take us like a little gameplay of like funny shit.
No.
Of the
No.
Yeah, you should. The Nasus and the what is it? Nasus and Volley Bear bot lane.
No. I wish I had recorded that. That was funny. That was really funny. Just a bear and his dog.
There was that one game where we were playing and I was Nasus, or there was a Nasus and it's Melio, and I was like keeping the Nasus alive.
The boy and his dog.
And the boy and his dog.
The boy and his dog. The boy took his dog out for a walk.
I was like a little Filipino kid, and I was just walking my dog.
Like walking your dog around, just one-shotting everyone. They're just trying to kill it. It ain't dying. War Pugs, I'm gonna take off from here. All of Papa Beats links are gonna be in the description down below. Go check him out.
Riot links down below.
No, hell no. If you do not play League, do not start playing League. Don't.
If you do, just play ARAM.
Don't even start. Just don't do it. Just don't.
Or play Teamfight
No,
Tactics.
leave it alone. Stay away. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. My God.